Hi, welcome to another episode of The Final Whistle. Now, there's another Manchester derby happening this Sunday, and it's at home this time rather than away at City. And I'm here with Hannah, who's a FIFA Fan Movement member and a Manchester City fan. So tell us a bit about yourself, Hannah. How did you start following Manchester City?
Hi, thanks so much for having me. First of all, David. I started following City a couple of years ago. I have always kind of followed the Lionesses. I've been a football player growing up. It's my local women's team, I guess, local big team. So I'm from just outside of Sheffield. There wasn't a Sheffield team until very recently. So I've always had an eye on City. The last couple of years, I've had the pleasure of being able to go to more games, and that's just only become ever increasingly more frequent recently as well.
Brilliant. So obviously we just played it quite recently at the Etihad Stadium. Obviously, for me, it was a closer game than what I thought. I predicted that we're going to get beat, but I thought if we didn't embarrass ourselves, I'd be happy with that. And coming out of it, I was quite shocked, really. I thought we put ourselves, especially in the first half, we did quite well. Obviously, you lot came back in the second half and dominated. But what do you think of that game?
I would agree. I think as a City fan, it was a little bit nerve-wracking at times. We didn't really know what to expect of United. Obviously, you had a fantastic first season in the Championship last year and a well-deserved place in the Super League now. But I didn't really know what was going to happen. So yeah, there are a few on the edge of our seat moments. I think Ellie Roebuck saved us a few times.
Obviously, the away end was behind there, and I was just waiting for it to hit the back of the net, and God, what a save she pulled off there.
So was I, to be fair. But no, an amazing game. And I think both teams came out of it. United should be really proud because it was such a great opening performance as well. The atmosphere at the Etihad, God, just incredible. Absolutely amazing to see. Smashing the attendance record as well. Yeah, a brilliant day.
The attendance record things, I think it's brilliant with women's football. We've been fortunate last season where we've got the name of United behind us, so wherever we've gone, we've had quite big numbers, really. So, but seeing a full, more or less a full stadium, and then you look at the Lionesses announced yesterday that they've sold out Wembley. Things are moving forward so quickly, and I think it's brilliant at the moment.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's such an exciting time for women's football in England and across the world. I think everybody's really watching the game, and this is the perfect time for us to just drive the women's sport. And it's so exciting to see.
Okay, let's talk about then the upcoming game on Sunday. Obviously, you had a tough game last night against Atletico Madrid. You've got a probably even tougher game against Arsenal the week after. So, are we going to be a bit of a let-off? Are you going to rest some players against us, or you think you're really going to go for this one?
That's a good question. I don't think we should see it as an easy game at all. I think derby games are never easy. The fans always have really high expectations in derby games as well. So I think the players want to do it for the club. We've been plagued by injury, obviously, recently. Hopefully. Yeah. Hopefully. She was there at the weekend. They're in good spirits, Ellen White. So hopefully we'll have a couple of players back. I know Georgia Stanway's just on the cusp. Ellen White obviously wants to get a few minutes under her belt so she can play for the Lionesses at Wembley. So I'm hoping we'll have some of the cavalry back. But no, I think the team no doubt will be tired after the game at the weekend. And then last night it was a tough game. Tough 90 minutes, especially as we saw, I guess, in the last 10 minutes. But no, I would like to think they're going into it positively. They've still got a really, really amazing league record. But I wouldn't have a clue how it's going to go. Hopefully the win, but who knows?
Well, hopefully for you, obviously, we're looking to get something out of it. And it's going to be, obviously, at Leigh Sports Village where we play most of our home games. I think the previous record there is over 4,000. I think it's 4,500 we had against Reading on the opening day. But from what we've seen so far, it looks like more tickets being sold, so it's going to be quite a big crowd. Obviously, there's a lot of local City fans, local United fans all going to turn up. I'm looking forward to a really good day, and I am quite positive because, like I say, against City we did quite well. We did okay against Arsenal. I think Arsenal, they deserved it really. People didn't think so, but Arsenal are Arsenal. They're a really good team. Yeah. Then we just played Spurs away recently, which Spurs, since they've come up, have done tremendous, and we battered them 3-0 really. Yeah. So after that, it's a bit positive, and you're thinking maybe if we go into this game, obviously it's not at the big stadium, so the players can't be affected by that, and it's a home game. I'm really looking forward to it. I think we've got an opportunity to get a result out of it, but I won't be surprised if obviously you lot win as well. But who do you think are the standout players for you in this fixture?
I think Janine Becky has had a really nice run. Obviously, bagging a goal last night as well will massively help. Caroline Weir looks lethal, as she proved at the Etihad.
Well, she already scored again, so she don't need another one.
Yeah, I'd take another one. I think Lauren Hemp as well, particularly at the weekend when I was at the game, just runs down the wing and the opportunities that were created. She has some really close near misses. So I'd like to see her do well and maybe bag a goal for us.
Is there anyone from our team that you've looked at or seen play and you thought they're doing quite well or are going to be established in the Super League?
I think you've got some amazing players. Abby McManus, obviously, as a former City player, brilliant reinforcement. Mary Earps, I'm really, really glad to see Mary Earps back in the UK and doing well. Followed her for a couple of years, particularly at Wolfsburg last year. And so it's nice to actually have her locally and doing such a great job. Leah Galton as well. It's really impressed me.
For me, she's been the surprise standout. Last season, she got a pretty bad injury, was out for a while.
Yeah.
But when she came back from there, she just progressed so much. And for me, she's one of the best players we've got now, I think.
Yeah.
And I don't think it'll be long till she's knocking on Phil Neville's door.
I would agree. And I think that's really nice. There seem to be so many players across even the two Manchester teams, never mind anywhere else in the league, where you've got players that are really showing their worth and showing that maybe they deserve to be in the Lionesses squad. Yeah. Exciting time.
It really is. I predicted this season, if we finish mid-table, I'd be happy.
Mm-hmm.
And want to stay in the league for next season, progress there. Where do you think we can go so far this season or in the next couple of years? I
think in the next couple of years, definitely up there. Maybe even title competition. I think I would love to have you stay in the league for as long as possible. To have another team from Manchester in the league does amazing things, not only for the league but also for those derby games. It's really exciting, and as a fan, we always love a derby game. I think mid-table would be something you should really be striving for this season. The last couple of games you've played, you've shown actually you can really hold your own in the league as well. So I wouldn't be looking at anything lower than that.
Yes, for the last season we played a few Super League teams. We beat West Ham, we beat Everton. We came really close against Arsenal in the Conti Cup semi-final. Sorry.
Yeah.
But the Reading one was the one we played them twice. We got beat. But last season I was looking at it thinking we'll do quite well in the league, but the teams have seemed to have improved a lot. Since we last played West Ham, they got to the FA Cup final.
Yeah.
Everton have improved. Willie Kirk's done some amazing things at Everton. He's really improved them. So I think the league's getting much tougher now compared to even last season. So how do you feel City are going to do this year? Obviously, there's Arsenal still at the top playing well. Do you think you can challenge them?
I would like to think so. I think from our start to the season, obviously that's been perfect so far. Touch wood, that continues for as long as possible. Chuffed with the result at the weekend. The Arsenal-Chelsea game, it gives us those 3 points for the moment as a little bit of breathing space. I'm sure it'll only get tougher, especially with the upcoming fixtures for us. It's only going to become more difficult as we go into the winter. I would like to think top two. I would love us to regain the league title. That would be brilliant. Be a really nice accolade for us. So yeah, I'll always strive for that. Always strive to be number one.
Well, obviously you're playing in all competitions at the moment. You obviously the Conti Cup this week. You're going to have the FA Cup coming up soon. Like you say, you played the Champions League yesterday. Is that going to affect the league at all because there's so many games going on, or do you think the girls are able to cope with all that?
I think there's no doubt it will be tiring, but I think the club will be fully behind them, ensuring that the training and everything is tailored to support them. With having those few players back in over the next couple of games that have been out with injury, hopefully that will give those players that have played so far a little bit of a chance for respite as well, a little bit of rotation. It's amazing to have such a strong squad, not only on the bench, but then with those players we look at when we're injured that we can bring back in. I hope that'll have a positive impact. It's coming around, yeah.
Yeah, well, obviously you've got a good setup at City. I've been fortunate enough to be to the training ground. You can see all the facilities you've got.
Yeah.
So that can obviously going to help them a long way. So yeah, it's been brilliant talking to you. Can you let us know where we can find you on Instagram and Twitter, etc.? Yeah,
absolutely. So Twitter, it's Hanmaring. So it's HANNMARING. MARING. It's just full of football. So feel free to come and get in touch with me on there. And I think it's the same on Instagram. If not, it's HAN.MAR. I'd love to connect with anyone.
In the description so people can check you out. But it's been great talking to you. I really appreciate it. And hopefully everyone enjoyed this. And make sure you all like, share and subscribe. And hopefully we'll see you all at the game. Thanks for watching.
Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.